Um, so obviously you guys know that we went through pretty whirlwind that came the last couple of months. Left a career to get at something that I was really, really passionate about and loved the most. And in 4 weeks I found out that it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. You know, people weren't who they said they were going to be. And so I got a new job. With this new job, the reason why I love this new job so much is because the one thing that they are very proud of or very confident in is that their core values are the things that they believe in. And obviously as Christians, we have a lot of things that we believe in. But the core values of our company are, number one, do everything in the now. So nothing's happened in the past. Everything's going to happen right now. And as Christians, we need to know that, yeah, Jesus came a long time ago, but Jesus is still alive if you accept him into your heart. So one thing is, we need to know that Jesus and God is still with us. So he's still alive. We need to live in the now, not in the past. Another thing is that we're very big on is candor, and what candor means is being straightforward. So for us, we need to know that obviously God's path is not a wide path. You know, they say that all the time. It's a pretty narrow path, but we need to be straightforward in what we do. And a lot of things that we can do is to prepare ourselves for stuff like that, which is, I don't know if you guys see me on Facebook or Instagram, I'm trying to read everyone. That's one thing that I'm trying to do. Lindsay is a lot better at praying than I am, but I get it from her, so we kind of tag team. I do a lot of reading. She's always, make sure you pray, make sure you pray, make sure you pray. All right, I'll take care of that too. So integrity, you know, they're big on integrity, and they talk about making sure you as a whole, and that you're undivided. And I think Bubba talked about it a couple of times ago, that we as a community of faith need to be one, and we need to be undivided. So that's a huge thing, especially, you know, us as a small group, as husband and wife. We need to be whole. We need to be together. We need to be undivided. And that's one huge thing that I know that we do, and we work hard to do, is to make sure that we're on the same page all the time. And it helps us, and it definitely helped us get through those trials that we went through a couple of months ago. Ownership, being responsible for yourself. But we as Christians need to be responsible for being a Christian and being the salt of the earth and a light to other people. And that's one thing that I try to do, and I know all of you guys are trying to do, is make sure that you are being that light to other people. And David and I talked a while back. We had a great conversation about, regardless of who's in front of you or where you're at, eventually somebody's going to notice who you are, and then that's that opportunity you have. Respect, not only of yourself, but of others. You know, we know that there are a lot of people who aren't Christians. And we have to respect them, but we have to make sure that we're showing them who we are as Christians. And the last two are the ones that I have the most fun with is excellence. And I saw a video a while back that talked about pursuing excellence, and it's something that you have to pursue on a daily basis. And if you pursue excellence, which is getting better all the time, then you don't have to worry about anything else. Everything else takes care of itself. And then the last one is have fun. And as Christians, we need to have fun. We need to experience ourselves. We need to experience our faith. And so those are the 7 core values that they have. And the great thing is that I found myself to be aligned with their core values, even though I didn't know it. Those are 7 things that I was really focused on. But the only last 3 things I want you guys to know is that I was doing a little, obviously always doing some Bible study, and one thing that stood out to me is that while we're trying to be what we are, there's going to be temptations. We all know that. And one thing that stood out to me was 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. As God is faithful, he will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. And when you are tempted, he will also have a way out so that you can endure. And you know, that was one huge thing that we experienced, that there were huge temptations for me and Lindsay to not be the people that we wanted to be. But he also gave us an out. He gave us a guy who was one of the owners, but was a Christian as well, and he was always somebody I could talk to. He always gives us friends like you guys, somebody to if something does come up. And then the second thing we have to be aware of and be focused on is faith. And two things. Faith, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So faith is something that we know is going to be there, even though we're not going to see it all the time. And we should be thankful and happy that God says in 2 Thessalonians 3:3, but the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. So when all these things are going on, number one, you need to be faithful to God. You need to know and have that understanding that He promises to be faithful to us. You know, He will protect us, and He will give us that help. He will give us a way. And then the last thing is Jeremiah 29:11. I'm sure everybody's heard this one. They say it all the time. But I truly believe this. I've said this before. I was even a Christian. I don't know why I was saying it. But now I know that, for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. So no matter what we're going through, guys, no matter what it is that comes up on a daily basis, number one, if you can do it with your spouse, it's going to make everything all the better, regardless of what it is you're going through. Number two, make sure you know that God does have promises for you. And just know that temptations are going to come, but just expect to overcome it. So those are the main topics that I had. And we really appreciate you guys coming over. And we would have you guys as often as possible. We thank you guys for being interviewed, and we really appreciate it. Tomorrow?
And Saturday.
Well, it is Saturday tomorrow. So.
Sunday. Just sleep over.
You can do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you come and help us
Clean, do whatever you want. I'll be at work. I didn't get all the clothes. You can have a little honey-do list for you. Aubrey's just awesome. Aubrey said he's going to be nice. He's going to be nice. Are you being nice? No.
I think it's over.
Oh.
Bless you.
Aubrey, come get a bite.